Hi, Shiva. Hi, baby. Hi, mister. Hi. Hi, mister. Hi. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi, Shiva. Here's your Shiva Weaver. Here's your baby. Yeah. Shoot your baby. Quit messing with my phone. Quit messing with my phone. I said, quit messing with my phone. You are a little shithead and you broke my Buddha. Go away. I love you. What? You destroyed everything. Just go away, bud. Go away. You destructive little turd. Hello, friend. My cat just knocked everything down. He's being a little shitty. Being a little shitty kitty. Here he is. Hey. He's a fatty. He's a fatty. Come on. Hey Yoda, how's it going? Hey Bumbleclap. Welcome everybody. Just sitting here chilling. My cat's in the room here with me. He's just the cutest, but he's a destructive little turd. Ah. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm doing well. Looks as big as my face, huh? That's hard to do because my forehead is enormous. I think cigarette's the size of my forehead. To be honest, but thank you for being concerned about what little left is of my health. I do appreciate it though. Kind words, and I appreciate them from the bottom of my heart. But I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna stop. But I do have a kitty here that keeps on trying to destroy everything he can find. Yeah, he can find everything he can. He's gonna destroy it, and he's a chubby, and we love him. All right, I'm smoking. Go away. Go away. I'm smoking. Go away. Go away. He's a very loving cat. It's very overwhelming sometimes. I'm autistic, so It can be a little overwhelming with the lovey-doveyness sometimes. Right now he's just rubbing on my foot and leg. He's a cutie. Not gonna lie, y'all. I'm depressed. That's why I'm kind of on here talking with y'all, hoping that we can. Hey, how are you, Matthew? Welcome to the chat. Oh, I'm terrible. Thanks for asking. Uh, Hello from Pakistan. I hope you're well. I hope that the powers that be that are fucking with everyone else, aren't fucking with you and your family. And I hope everything is better for everyone. Well, I hope you're not Tim, bud, because this is 18 plus. I talk a lot of shit and philosophical stuff that gets pretty dark sometimes that probably isn't for the minds of a 10-year-old. So, hi, Mister. How are you? Hi. You just have the attention, don't you? Oh my goodness. Yeah. He always knows when I'm sad, so he won't leave me alone until I pet him. He's a cutie. I love you too. I do. I love you very much. Now go on and get. Go on and get. What did I learn today? Well, you picked the wrong chat, I guess. What did I learn today? I learned you never stop learning till the day you die, so I learned a few things, but they're not notable for this chat, I guess. Where am I from? I'm from Myrtle Beach. Yeah. Yeah, got to, right? I'm from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. My father's from Germany and my mother's from Yemen. So, I have a very diverse family lineage, I guess. Such a colorful chat, right? This cat will not leave me alone. I swear. Every time I'm depressed, he's just all up in my business. All up in my business. His name's Shiva. Shiva. Like, the Hindu god of destruction and rebirth. Hi. I love you too. I really do. I love you too. There is a saying cats attract negative energy. Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm feeling depressed or whatever, he like comes over and like sucks it up like a leech. Like, I'm not gonna put him up for adoption. He's my baby. I can't put him anywhere except in my heart, and one day in the ground whenever 20 years pass. Yeah, they get attracted to.
Oh my goodness, I love you. You're so cuddly and I love you so much. Be gone. Be gone, thought. There's a cozy bed over there. No, cozy bed over there. Leave me alone. Don't make me be mean to you, Gun. Don't make me be mean to you, Shiva. I will. I will be the meanest daddy ever if you do not get up off my lap. Get on, get.
Here we are. Everybody's gone, but I'm back. What was my first job? My first job was roofing and vinyl siding. I did a lot of handiwork. No, my battery's good. It's just my service sucks. Out here, I live in the middle of rural Ohio, so it's it sucks. The service sucks. Yeah, but my first job was yeah. Yeah, my first job was vinyl siding and roofing. When I was a teenager, I started working with my stepfather and my other family members and stuff, doing roofing and vinyl siding. Most people in my family were masons, carpenters, stuff like that. So, yeah, the internet service is definitely a big red flag. And now I've been in the food service industry as a manager for 13 years, and I'm continuing that because I adapt to change well, but I don't like change, so I just stay with the same thing. Me and Courtney are working on other means of expanding our horizons, and they're going. Sorry, they're going pretty well. I know I usually come on here to inspire people and talk positive shit and stuff, but I've been letting the death of my family members and you know my poor mental health get to me. So I came on here to actually have a chat with y'all. I hope y'all can light me up a bit because y'all always help out. You always have you guys are good friends, even though we're far apart and probably never meet each other face to face. You guys actually helped me with my depression just by talking with me, and from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. No, I don't make anything from YouTube because I don't want to whore out ads and stuff, and I don't make long form content and stuff. But I can. I have a big enough following to where I can make money from it. I just need people to like. If I was to go live, I could do like the super chat stuff to where people can send money and stuff. But it feels like I'm panhandling if I do that, and I just got to put more effort into the YouTube, and I'm already got enough followers to make that happen. I just the depression and the constant working and stuff keeps it me from being able to engage full time on YouTube, I guess. So I really am glad to have people like like you, Bomba Clock Goggins, and Yoda, and Oak, and I don't know if it really matters, but sometimes this is the best. Besides seeing my kids and wife, this is one of the better times of my day that I get to talk to somebody. I'm socially awkward, I'm autistic, and have a lot of trauma and PTSD, so I don't really blend well with people. So the chances I get to talk to other human beings without feeling like they're just, you know, doing it out of obligation or pity, it it feels good to talk to people, I guess. Keeps me from finding rope. Life only stops when you stop. That helps me a lot. Hey, I like that. That's very true. Keeping ourselves moving is very important. Keeping ourselves with purpose and a meaning and so on and so forth. It is definitely a main part of keeping oneself out of the depressive funk. I try to chop wood when I'm not at work. I try to have little projects and stuff that I work on. And YouTube is actually part of what I do to do that. I try to keep myself out of my depressive funks by being on YouTube and talking with people and trying to motivate people with positive, things and stuff that really help me, but I feel like can help other people. You know, the Robin Williams thing, I can make other people laugh and enjoy themselves and have a good life, and it's my contribution. I'm not sure if many of you. Well, I know that Bumbleclock and all them know my story, but everybody besides my wife and kids are dead. Or dead to me, and sometimes the depression gets overwhelming because the people that I lost meant a great deal to me, and I'm a very. I'm not tooting my own horn by saying so, but I got a huge head, and it kind of shows. I'm joking, but I'm smart enough to realize that there's only two philosophical questions that are truly honorable in this world, and it's whether or not it's suicide, whether life is worth fighting through all the struggle, or whether you're just taking up space and it's best to leave. And I'm not saying that the other option is the right one, but that's the main philosophical reason behind everything. What's worth fighting for, and is it worth fighting for? And because I have two beautiful kids and a wonderful wife, I find life worth fighting for. And talking to people like you, all that help me, you know, you guys give good advice. It helps me through as well. Because being autistic, I'm not really socially capable of making friends. Plus, my PTSD makes me act out and act crazy sometimes, so I don't always keep, you know, a healthy circle of friends. I don't even have friends. You guys are my only friends, actually. I don't know if that means anything to you, but Well, that's good, my friend. I'm glad you're saying these kind things. Sorry, let me readjust this chair so I can have an easier time seeing grasses. Because I am a blind boy. That's way better. I just. I honestly just think I'm tired. I've seen at least, I'd say at least 8 to 10 people die in front of me, and some of those were murders, and I've, I've seen a great deal, and it's easy to let it get to you. You just gotta find something that distracts you from the past and focuses you on the present moment, and find the beauty in life and find what's worth living for the future. I'm, I'm trying. Oh, you're in California? Why, it's a beautiful place. It really is. It's a big state too, so you know. I hope you're not being affected too much by the fires and stuff. And I hope you and your family are well. And God bless you and everything for what it's worth. I'm but a sinner myself. You look bagged, guy. Get her done. I probably got really bad bags under my eyes. I don't sleep like I should. I, the first time I saw somebody die, I was 6 years old. I watched an old man have a massive heart attack in front of me. And the people that were my caregivers were very blunt about life and death. And pretty much ever since then, I off and on had witnessed death through, violent actions, unfortunate tragedies, and so on and so forth. And it weighs on you eventually. I'm only 33, but I got a lot of salt and pepper all over me from the stress of life. And I try not to let it get to me. I try to laugh off suffering. I try to keep people happy. I want to make life better because I was here. Oh, yeah. The smell of rotting corpses is the smell you'll never forget. My buddy Tyrone, we were playing video games one day when we were about 12, and his brother was involved in gang activity, and his family, or his gang or whatever, he betrayed them somehow, and me and his little brother Tyrone were hanging out in the house, and they shot up the house and killed Tyrone. I didn't get hit, but I got hit with his brain matter and everything, and it was pretty traumatizing. And that was the second, that was about the second time I saw somebody die. That one really affected me because, you know, Tyrone was one of my best friends. You seen your uncle get stabbed? Yeah, get her done, and God, death's no laughing matter, but it's something that comes for all of us. And I've learned one thing in witnessing death is that nobody gets to choose how it happens, and all we can do is make the best of what we have now. It is horrible. Death comes for us all. For the longest time before my wife and kids came along, all I wanted to do was die myself because I'm pretty worthless. My family made me feel that way my whole life, and I guess rightly so, because I was a piece of shit. But now with my wife and kids, I have a new purpose, a new life to live. Sometimes my intelligence, you know, pulls a little nihilistic uh, right left turn from time to time, and tells me that it would be better off without me, and that, you know, it's pointless and meaningless. But luckily, I am intelligent enough to counteract that nihilistic mentality and pick up a little stoicism and, you know, move on. I've been tired for a long time, y'all. I don't like to burden my wife or my kids with my problems, but my brain's broken. Not just like chemically, but like physically. I've had lots of concussions and stuff that were probably untreated and shit like that that probably contributes to the whole, you know, disassociation. Like if somebody were to stab or shoot me, besides the natural reaction of body pain, I probably wouldn't even react because I literally and figuratively disassociate from my existence because I think that my existence is meaningless and everybody else around me matters more. It's not a healthy mentality, but it's the truth. Oh yeah, I don't know if y'all can see it, but I've been filleted open and stabbed multiple times. I don't know if you can see it. He had a lot of, near death encounters. I've been shot in the back of the leg. Just missed my artery and everything. It's fuck yeah, Mountain Dew's the shit. Yeah, I've been cut open, stabbed, and whenever my father got mad at me, he would put out cigarettes on me and everything. And when my mother was a nurse, so whenever I pissed her off, she would break my nose and then she would reset it herself. As you can tell, my nose is a little crooked. She didn't always do the best job.
Listen here, mister. What are you doing? Look at this little terrorist. He is just clawing up the chair because I'm not giving him attention. He is just losing his ever-loving kitten mind. The other side's cuter. See, the other side's cuter. Go on. No. No. No.
Ugh. I look like a damn shark. Y'all want to hear a Let me know if you want to hear it. It's pretty quick. If not, it's fine. Probably already told some of you these poems. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm going to start saying it because I don't know what the answer is, but go. Okay. The weak breeze whispers nothing. The water screams sublime. His feet shift, teeter totter, deep breaths stand back, it's time. Toes untouch the overpass, soon he's water bound. Eyes locked shut, but peep to see the view from halfway down. A little wind, a summer sun, a river rich and regal, a flood of fun endorphin springs a calm that knows no equal. You're flying now. You can see things much more clear than from the ground. It's all okay. It would be, were you not now halfway down. Thrashed or break from gravity, what now can slow the drop? All I give for toes to touch the safety back atop. But this is it, the deed is done. Silence drowns the sound. Before I leaped, I should have seen the view from halfway down. I really wish I thought about the view from halfway down. A poem. No, that was from BoJack Horseman. I stole it from a show. I like poems. I like Edgar Allan Poe poems too. What's another one? Uh, from childhood's hour, I have not been as others were. I have not seen as others saw. I could not bring my passions from a common spring. From the same source, I have not taken my sorrow. I could not awaken my heart to joy at the same tone. And all I loved alone. And in my childhood, in the dawn of a most stormy life, was drawn from every depth of good and ill the mystery which binds me still. From the torrent of the fountain, from the red cliff of the mountain, from the sun that round me rolled in its autumn tint of gold, from the lightning and the me flying by, from the thunder and the storm and the cloud that took the form, when the rest of heaven was blue, of a demon in my view, Alone by Edgar Allan Poe. I like poetry. It's almost like music. I've made a few. Like, someone once told me expressing your feelings to the wrong people is like bleeding in front of a shark. Oh, thank you. I also have a good memory for movies. There's a movie with Anthony Hopkins where he quotes something about the at the Palata Vecchio. He says it in Latin, and it's about Judas Iscariot and his avarice and self destruction and hanging. And I can actually quote the whole thing. Alula nondere non nostra sfogna, a non andre cum descendere ves, che non è giusto reverticats vittoria. Irastana nundere pelser mestasel, sarandaram nostro cot be apes, escuna plum de longbra sumres. Avarice, hanging, self destruction. Your fate, your bet to me, le mercant. Make my home be my gallows. Also, if you want to learn how to say my love, my life, my flower in Hungarian, it's pretty simple. It's Szerepem Viragon Generushigem. Sounds crude, but it's beautiful. German's pretty crude too. A lot of ch, schnatz. Echos hast du gita, bayerische Methodenwerke. Memory, Agent Starling is one thing I have instead of a view. Oh, I got eyebrow dander. It's gross. How do you get dry skin on your eyebrows? It's weird. I am in Ohio. I don't know where North Carolina would be, but it's probably one or two. It's not too far away from our time zone, so. There are no secrets in life, only hidden truths that lie beneath the surface. The body's form scar tissues to close a wound. Eventually, scars fade. Who knows, with enough time, you might not even remember how you got them. It's okay. Life doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be lived. They make it look so easy, connecting with another human being. It's like no one told them it's the hardest thing in the world. I've lived in darkness a long time. Over the years, my eyes adjusted until the dark became my world and I could see. I'm the helpful handyman. How evil could I be? All we can do in life is play along and hope that we get it right. Everything isn't always black and white. Oh no, man! I got the Celtic braid going on. I'm balding on the side, so I'm. This is a dragon braid, so it's pulled back really tight, but it ain't bad. I already know I'm going bald. It's a fact of life. Nah, no, the rest of my body's fighting for its life. The forehead is like more like a 5 or a 7 head, but fuck the Harold Fire, Bjorn, and Uba look from the Viking show. Oh yeah, no, I'm not gonna deny reality. It's the only thing I have. If reality is an illusion, then I'm fucked. But as long as what I see is real, I'm gonna admit my situation. You know. But no, I have a goofy looking head. I couldn't go completely bald, so I'm going with the Nordic braid and all that. Oh, thanks, bro. You seem pretty chill too, and I like honest people, so I appreciate your, honesty. I really do. I think honesty's quicker. I'm glad you quit cigarettes. I have strong suicidal ambitions sometimes, so since I can't go through with it, the physical act of it.
Oh, here's the mister. Oh, here's the mister. I'm smoking. No, yeah. Go away. I'm smoking. Go away. I'm smoking.
Nah, uh, I'll just let cancer take me out since, yeah. Everything else in life, being stabbed, shot, and witnessing multiple murders, hasn't taken me out yet. This is the long term suicide plan. Without having to find a rope and write a note and all that other shit, I could just smoke cigarettes until the cancer hits. And then, did you notice something? It's socially acceptable to be a junkie if you have cancer because you're in pain. But if you're just a normal Joe addicted to opioids and stuff like that, people shit on you. But if you're in pain and dying, they're like, oh yeah, dope that motherfucker up. He's in pain. Well, other people are in pain too. Other people have other types of pain. But it's socially acceptable to have people fucked up until they die. And, the cancer ward. It's just an interesting thought. Oh, you're downloading Dying Light? Oh, that's awesome. Cool. The bills are about to take me out, right? My bills are. I already got paid, so we're del- regulating funds to things that are necessary and seeing what we got left so that we can have ourselves a happy Halloween with the kids and everything. This cat is not happy that I'm not letting him up here, but I don't want him breathing cigarette smoke. This poor cat's losing his mind. To Lord Shiva. Om Shri Mahativa. Om. JK. I just have a lot of artifacts because I'm a theologist. Among other things. My ADHD drives me to pursue knowledge in so many different ways of life and outlets that I couldn't count the amount of things that I'm a bona fide professional at. Shit. Hey Oak, how's it going? On here chatting because I'm depressed. I I'm just letting the death of my past family members get to me, you know. Oh, I have a funny joke for you. This will make you laugh probably. It's like, hey mommy, where do people go when they die? Well, they go to heaven, sweetie. It's like, mom, why do I miss people who hurt me? That's because you're a dummy. Okay? Little stupid little dum dum. That's me. I miss people that hurt me. I just thought it was funny. Yeah, I think the moon's been affecting a lot of people's emotional states. It's definitely been affecting mine. Plus, it's been raining where I'm at. I don't get to go outside and collect wood like I want to because I hate chopping wood in the rain. Other people can and do. I don't. I have a hard enough time not having the logs slip out of my hands and hit my feet. So there's different moon cycles, and everybody calls them different things based off of different cultures. But it's Hunter's moon, is the current last full moon that we had. Everybody calls them different names, but it's yeah. Yep, close. It's like been super close, so it's like really affecting, the water and your brain because if the moon can pull on the tides of the earth, it can pull on the water in your body, and it creates chemical imbalances and irregularities in behavior. Isn't it weird how Mother Nature works like that? A lot of people like shoot down the idea that a full moon is a big deal or not, but even police officers and hospital workers will tell you that people go crazy as shit during full moons. It's because it's a giant fucking rock in the sky that has gravity that is pulling upon water. And what are we made of? Water. It doesn't take it takes a grade school student to put that together, but still to this day, it's not scientifically respected that the moon, causes behavioral issues. Oh yeah, I heard about the peace and stuff. I hope it lasts. It's my mom's family's from Yemen, so I guess I care. Er, you know, especially because you mix alcohol with people being messed with the full moon, you get a whole array of interesting human behavior. Most definitely. I'm tired, y'all. Not in the saddle, but in the mind. But all journeys are in the mind, is what they say. I know, Iron Maiden's badass, man. It's just something you don't think about until you play it and listen to it again. It's That's the thing about music. There's so much music out there. If you just get used to listening to a playlist that you're used to listening to, then you forget about all the good music out there that, has different vibes and everything. It's definitely one of those things you gotta keep a wide array of music on your playlist and stuff so that you can change it up a bit because there's some bands that I haven't listened to in a decade that I wish I do because, one for nostalgia and two because it's good music. Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, they are touring, aren't they? To anybody that smokes weed, cheers. This is for my epilepsy. You know, anything worse than being depressed is being depressed and everybody leaving me alone because I'm depressed and not knowing that I had a grandma seizure. So I'm gonna, you know. Oh, I am very familiar with Slipknot. I like Slipknot. Joey Jordison and Chris Adler were my two favorite drummers. They were my inspirations growing up. Actually, whenever I get my new drum set, I'm gonna start streaming my drum set. I'm gonna start streaming, playing on my drums kit and everything, and making some music. I'm also gonna start streaming while I play video games and stuff, and you know. Oh, there's my Shiva. There's my chunky little monkey. Hi, look at the camera. They say you're pretty. You hear that purring? Aw, what a cutie.
The other side's cuter. Promise you. The other side's cuter. R.I.P. Joey. Oh yeah. Oh, they just saw Korn in concert. I saw Korn in concert once. It was nice. When I lived in Myrtle Beach, I went to the House of Blues a lot because that's where a lot of they would tour to Myrtle Beach a lot, like pretty much all the bands. So I got to I got the privilege of seeing a lot of bands live. That noisy little Sheba. Mm-hmm. Gotta love him. He's a chubby too, but he's been harassing Gunther because Gunther got outside and smelled like other cats, and now he doesn't like him for some reason. So yeah, that's fun. Oh yeah, absolutely, little baby, such a cutie. Oh my neck. My wife put the dragon braid in, so it's all tight and freaking. I don't know how to show it otherwise here. Yeah. I don't know if y'all can see it, but yeah, it's all tight to my scalp. Hey. Yeah, concerts concerts are nice unless you're an introvert and don't like people bumping into you. I always put myself in the middle of the mosh pit because even though I'm a little guy, I'm I studied in college a lot of human anatomy, and it's really easy to fuck somebody up, especially if they're bigger, because it's easier to buckle their knees and punch them in the throat. Oh yeah, Dave Matthews Band live. Yeah, I heard they were phenomenal. Never watched them myself. I'm a youngin'. I wish I could stream music on here without YouTube being a cuck about it. Because we could just play some oldies. You guys could just write down in the chat what you want to listen to, and I could just play the music. And fucking YouTube's a cuck. It's like I'm not even stealing their music. I'm just hanging out with people on my live listening to music. I know, right? So I'm trying to figure out what legal means I have to go about doing it. Maybe I have to write down disclaimers about the bands and that it's not my property before I put the live up. There's got to be some way that I can play music of some sort without getting it copyright. Oh, I bet they did. Tom Petty was a good song to smoke to. Got good art to smoke to. Music and some bands just have where if you smoke some good weed and just chill with it, it's like an experience.
we've been having some paranormal activity in the house again, and I've been saging and stuff to try to keep the fucking demons at bay because shit keeps falling off the counters and stuff, and the dogs and cats keep getting very frustrated at the basement and it keeps falling down in the basement, even though there's nothing that should be falling, is concerning. But it's also a spooky month, so. Ooh. Fill in the basement with cement. Nah, we got a lot of hot water heaters and shit. Plus, I'm wanting to make it my little man cave down there. You know, I'm trying to refinish it with some drywall and everything and clean out all the excess wood and stuff and all the crawl spaces and then line those so that I can make some sitting spaces, some storage spaces, and shit like that. Plus, it's a little TMI, but me and my wife are into some freaky stuff, and you know, it could be our little fun dungeon. You know, a little TMI, but yeah, I like my basement. I like creepy things, so. I think it's because of how many politically charged things I say. I think they've like listed me as somebody that could be a protagonist of like bad behavior or something. I'm not sure. Yeah, it is what it is. Antagonist. Sorry. Hey, now Zora, welcome, my friend. It's been a minute since we've seen you. Welcome back to the chat. We're all just sitting here talking about music and stuff in my creepy ass basement and my intentions for, you know, fixing it. I'm gonna turn my garage into my wood shop and my place for playing drums, and I'm gonna start streaming playing drums because I like playing a lot of Slipknot, Lamb of God, Metallica, uh, Breaking Benjamin, Bullet for My Valentine. I like to play old '80s stuff as well. So you know, a lot of Led Zeppelin, Doors, Motley Crue, shit like that. Yeah, I remember you. Yeah, Bullet for My Valentine, great band. Great, great band. Avenged Sevenfold, the drumming's pretty complicated on that. It's fun. So, it's a challenge. I'm actually well trained. I'm classically trained piano player. I was on the I was band at school and I was a lead snare and then I became pit captain and I learned how to play the every brass woodwind in the orchestra. I could even play the didgeridoo and a few other like exotic instruments and stuff. So I I'm pretty good with music. So I might, you know, once I get the money to get all my instruments back together, I can, you know, start streaming, playing a few songs, you know, people. Because if I'm playing, then it's my content. I'm just doing a cover, and if I write the word cover, then people, you know, it should be fine. People do that all the time. All right. See you in a sec, man. Yeah. No, I mean, there's things we can't explain. The people out there that say that it's all fake and everything else, there's things that humans can't explain. There's phenomena that we can't explain. And we've already proven through what we do know in science that, we basically live in a virtual hologram and everything's essentially mental because everything that we see and experience is literally just our brain's interpretation of reality, which is actually piss poor at best. And yeah, I bet there's extra dimensions. I bet there's extra shit going on. I bet they're not even ghosts. I bet it's just like crosses between dimensional planes where people are like fucking with each other and saying hi and trying to interact with each other just like we're trying to interact with them. Hey, Seabass, welcome, my friend. It's been a minute. Nice seeing you. Cheers. They say you got to cough to get off. UFO 322. No, I don't really follow like the UFO things and stuff because I have no control over it. It's interesting. I just try to focus on little things in life because I used to be like a super duper like look for everything paranormal investigator kind of person. UFC. Oh no, I haven't watched UFC that much. Sorry. No, but I do like dueling with my friends and stuff like that because I'm uh third degree black belt in Taekwondo, red belt in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, and I trained in Krav Maga. So I do like fighting and keeping myself physically fit and ready for whatever may come. But I don't really watch it too much. I mean, I used to. I'm not putting it down. I just don't watch it as much. Spend less time watching. I try to do a little more doing. Bags don't punch back. You got to put gloves on and spar with your friends to actually get good practice. Like the Spartans, gladiators, and the Norse, Vikings did. I'm getting pretty strong too. Lifting all the logs and everything, chopping wood and sawing. I don't use a chainsaw anymore. I use a handsaw. And yeah, I have to climb trees and stuff. So I do plenty of pull ups and chin ups. I'm actually in the best shape of my life right now. So that with training and sparring with my buddies is actually pretty fun. So keeps me in shape, keeps me sharp. I throw axes and stuff. I shoot arrows and compound bows and guns and stuff like that. I do knife combat and even sword combat with my friends and stuff with protection, of course. But it's fun. I like to do those reenactments and stuff like that of different battles and stuff. I would like to get into that kind of stuff. But first things first, I want to do the music. It's been a while since I've had a nice drum set, nice guitar, acoustic and electric and bass. And I can play a little violin, viola. I can play the cello. I can play the French horn, trumpet, clarinet, flute. I didgeridoo. I can play the piano very well. And I can read sheet music, so that's good. There's so many things I want to do and so little time to do it. That's why life, if you have things that you want to do and you go do them, you have no time for depression. That's why I'm just trying to keep my hands busy doing things I enjoy because I don't want to leave this world early. It's just going to hurt the people I love, you know? I really appreciate talking with you guys from the bottom of my heart. I don't really have many friends, and I know we don't really know each other physically, like face to face, but we get to talk, and I appreciate each and every one of you. It really means more than you'll ever know. And suck, people betray you. If you keep your circle small, you can save yourself a lot of drama. You probably know that just as well as I do, Yoda. Same to you, Oak, and Bomba Clock. And Seabass. And Get Her Done if he's still here. You guys know I'm autistic. I got PTSD. It's hard to trust people, but you guys are really cool, and it genuinely does make my day talking to you guys. If we're the only ones that ever talk, then this YouTube has been a success for me because you guys are the best. Oh yeah, it's not good to be lonely, but there's a difference between being alone and being lonely because meditation is something that I'm really working on because it's good for your mental health. Yeah, being alone is good because it allows you to assess your thoughts, but it's also good to get outside opinions too because it's a balance. Everything in life is a balance, but being alone is like a computer defragging information, giving yourself a chance to process everything that happened in life because life's full of bullshit and bullshit people. And having time to yourself, the best. Especially if you're a guy. Girls always wonder, like, why does he just sit there and want to be alone? Why does he want to be fishing? Why is he just staring off into space? Because he's defragging his. Our brains are like a computer. We have to defrag, we have to process this information. And the best way to do that is to think of nothing. And women think we're so complicated. We're not. We literally just want to sit there and do nothing. And when we are doing something, it usually involves sex, sandwich, or hard work, or hanging out with friends, you know? But the thing is friends can cause problems. You got to find trustworthy, loyal, small circle of people that you can trust, you know? And in the fucked up world we live in, that's few and far between to come by. Yeah, it's weird that they don't have that inner voice. The inner voice is the conscience. Some people suppress it. I call it the voice of reason, the voice of God, whatever you want to call it. But that inner voice is it's akin to our artistic imagination. You're able to assume the emotional point of view of other people that might scare or sicken you. It's a troubling gift, I might think. We probably meet each other because we're very much alike. Without our imaginations, we'd be like all those other pool dullards. Fear is the price of our instrument, but I can help you bear it. I think there's NPCs. Honestly, I think it might be, even be a simulation or a hologram. There's a bunch of NPCs, and then there's real players like us that actually have imaginations, foresight, observation, our own critical thinking, everything. Hmm. I purposely fuck with people in public, like on purpose. Like if I see that they're like showing the symptoms of being an NPC, I will literally do something random to see if they reset, and they do every time. They just reset. They're like, go back to what they were doing, acted like it never happened. I'm like, ah. No, I'm slowly convinced we live in a simulation. And it would make sense because if we can make a simulated world, who's to say that we're not a part of a simulated world that God created? And so on and so forth. What if it's a never ending cycle of creator creating a creation that becomes creator that creates a creation that is created by create? You know, it's like a never ending loop. I wonder. It would explain a lot of unexplained phenomena. That would explain existence itself. It's just a perpetual loop. I see. And this guy keeps looking at ghosts that aren't here. He keeps looking up there in the area up there. Somebody's body was stuffed up there, apparently. Person that owned this house. I told you guys about that, right? Yeah. There's ghosts in this here house. Disembodied energy. Go. It's like looking in a mirror that looks into 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 a mirror. It's like a perpetual, endless, like, paradox. We were created to create so that more can be created to create, so that more can be created to be created. Oh yeah, he's a little marshmallow. He's the cutest. Look at him. He's a little marshmallow. He will just hang here, just like this. He's a little chubby marshmallow, and I love him. He's such a cutie. Listen to that purr. He's purring. Such a cutie. He's such a cutie. Alright. Go on, buddy. Mm. It's weird how things work like that. The brain's a complicated thing. I studied a lot of physiology and anatomy. So did my wife. She's basically a radiologist. But yeah. If you realize how complicated your lymphatic and circulatory system is, it is interesting. And the nervous system, don't even get me started. Jesus. Like the chemical bonds and everything that create your moods, your reactions, your, everything that you are is literally chemical. And chemical is just things making reactions, which makes energy. This cat just won't let me go. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I love you. I love you too. You're a cutie. He is all up in my business. All up in my business. Well, the nervous system, isn't it? serotonin, epinephrine that deals with the serotonin, or deals with the like dopamine release in the brain. I know enough about like dopamine receptors whenever it comes to opioid addiction because I, went through it with doctors so many times that they explained it to me. But basically, we know very little about the brain. It's basically kind of beyond our comprehension. And I fully believe that energy is whatever you call the soul or disembodied spirit or energy. And energy cannot be created or destroyed, it's only transferred, which makes me believe in reincarnation. But I, pay respect to each religion and their wisdoms. And, I believe there can be entities that reach levels of, superiority and create realms of peace or realms of destruction and all that other stuff. Does stimulants fry or erase your dopamine receptors? It can if it's like amphetamines, especially. Like, you know, yeah, hard stimulants. Yeah, like cocaines and stuff like that, that can actually fry certain parts of your brain. Once your brain's broken, you are not the same. You're who you are in the present moment, the without thinking about past or future, just sitting here spacing out in space, guys, we know what we're talking about. That's meditation. You're just That's who you are. Your memory and everything, all that other stuff, that's just collections of thoughts and experiences. And a little bit of fucked up things that could happen from a concussion, chemical imbalance, drug overdose, stuff like that can literally take what was once you, which is an illusion, is gone because, we're here, we do what we do, but the reality is we're only here to experience reality because reality is, and so are we for a little while. And if there's any purpose, it's just to be, and to be who you are. Mm-hmm. The truth of the matter is that knowledge can bring power, but power comes to a price. Ignorance is bliss. True bliss is not allowing all the information and all the knowledge and everything to burden you. To be truly at peace is to accept what is and do what you can to make what you can happen. What comes around goes around, stuff like that. I believe there's a higher purpose. Absolutely. But it's not our choice to make how that works. And just because people write books doesn't mean that they're true. But I do believe that there's entities like Jesus Christ, Buddha, many others in the past that have done nothing but martyr themselves and teach peace to the world only to be killed because people don't want to accept that they're crazy. There's nothing new under the sun. Light exposes things that try to hide in the dark. All things will come to light eventually. All things. Yep. Have you ever noticed in life that things seem familiar? I believe in reincarnation. I just believe that we're reliving everything until the day, Jesus comes back, the day that everything ends, all this apocalypse from all kinds of cultures and religions, let's just say. At the end of it all, Everything will make sense. Every question will be answered. No mysteries, only absolute truth and purity. And purity is the absence of corruption, which means everything that is physical will be gone. It'll all be spiritual. That's what people believe. Pure spirit. God's the source. Whatever we call God. The source of life. The source of it all. I think that Jesus did travel, and I think that he learned from yogis, but he lived his own path and walked his own path and brought people to righteousness and faith and truth. I think that was part of the journey that God sent him for, because God created all creatures and all different cultures and everything. If there is truly one God, then he made the Hindus, he made the Muslims, he made everybody, even the Aztecs. Everybody, everything that always was, is, and always will be. There are no accidents, and I believe that God probably sent him on that journey to try to teach people peace, and through his sacrifice, beautiful things happened. Well, sometimes conversing with yourself is conversing with God, because God is within you. You're a piece of God. God breathed life into you. The only thing that can bring you closer to God is you, nobody else, you know? So talking to yourself isn't always a bad thing. Yeah, he traveled because he was a carpenter, and he would have traveled towards Indian trade routes and stuff, and would have learned the ways of, the Hindus and the Buddhists, which at the time the Hindu people were really into Buddha. So, you know, there's a lot that he could have learned about inner peace, wisdom, so on and so forth, and brought it back to his people and taught them the way of God, the way it should be, not the way they made it to be. Everybody in life is either going to give you a lesson or a blessing. There's no in between. So, even if he went to go see a different religion, which they don't even worship Buddha, by the way, not Buddhists. They just think he's a man that transcended something, and they try to practice what he did to try to do the same thing. But everybody's walk is different, and that's where they've, some of them are mistaken. But we're all mistaken. We're human. Yeah, I fight with myself all the time over what I want to do and what I should do. But I'm also a fuck up. It's a battle royale in your head. My head, if you can tell, has a lot of fighting space, so there's a lot of advances and retreats, a lot of kicking and leaping techniques with the two parts of my brain fighting each other. 30 personalities. I have, because of PTSD, if I lock in, because I've had to defend myself against people trying to kill me, not incriminating myself, but I've had to create great bodily harm to people that I will not say caused death or did not cause death because of self defense and stuff. So there's the me that is a warrior that will fucking kill anybody. I know the human anatomy so well that it's so easy to break somebody's trachea, so on and so forth. Then there's the me that wants to meditate, be happy. There's the me that's sorrowful and self pitiful because of the loss of the ones that I love. And then there's the father in me that takes care of my children. There's so many me's within me, but those are just attributes of me. They're not different people. They're me. They're just all different parts of who I am. So I don't think you have multiple personalities. I think you just have many things happen in your life and you've had to become things to survive, and that's just how it is sometimes. It'd be like that. The movie Split. Yeah. But sometimes you gotta flip a switch in your head. Like right now, I'm talking to my peeps. I'm chilling. I'm trying not to be depressed and stuff because that's another switch. And then there's another switch. Like if somebody could try to come in my house and rob my family, I would crush their trachea, watch them slowly bleed out, and the last thing they would remember would be me breaking each and every one of their fingers to put them in pain as long as I possibly could, so that they, know that they fucked with the wrong person. And I will not let them know if I'm going to give them the mercy of killing them or not. And that, yeah. There's also that part of me too. Like, we have good and bad sides. But I'm pretty sure you guys fully understand that if somebody was trying to hurt your family, you would do any and everything to protect them. But I'm a sadistic bastard. I have to admit that about myself. I've had a lot of people try to hurt me throughout my life, so I've had to become a monster to protect myself against them. But like Jordan Peterson said, you have to be a monster and learn how to control it. Be a father, be a husband, be a loving pet owner, be a good worker, be a good community person, but also if somebody fucks with me and mine, you know. Moments of rage and thoughts of violence. Yeah, it's natural. We're human. We used to live in very savage times, and it's still in our DNA. Our DNA holds memory. Did you know that? Did you? And here's an interesting thing, considering that our DNA literally holds pockets of memory that we can unlock at any point. But let me point this out to you. Did you know that planarian flatworms can be regenerate after being cut up into pieces? Upwards of 20 pieces or more. Did you know each of those planarian flatworm slices retain their memories? How do they keep those memories without their brains? Is it some sort of cellular memory function similar to the discussion of, you know, the DNA holding memories of your past ancestors? Makes you wonder. If a slice of life can be cut off like a piece of cake, why can't they be put back together too? Those memories retained, would they blur together? Would they make your identity whole? What would happen if you were split apart, separated from your own flesh and blood? Your DNA has memory. You have memory. Uh, I believe that like our ancestors move on through us, like we retain our ancestry and our memory and everything through our DNA. And I believe that the human body, brain, and nervous system is far more complicated than we actually know, and we're probably capable of a lot more than we give ourselves credit. That's what I was saying. But I was telling you about a scientific fact about planarian flatworms. Yeah. Did you know planarian worm slices can be cut up into pieces and they can regenerate and they retain their memories without brains? So each planarian flatworm that you cut up, remember, is being cut up, and those are two different worms with the same memory. Makes you wonder that no matter how many times you get killed, your bloodline dies off. No matter how many changes you go through, memories never die. No matter how much parts of the brain you cut off. Actually, there was a person that had a lot of missing parts of their brain that held certain parts of the memory, and they still retained that memory. And it scientifically should have been impossible based on what we knew. There's a lot of cool shit out there you should look up. Well, in a way, our bodies aren't immortal, but our experiences are shared through our ancestors. And that's why I believe respecting your ancestors is a very important thing because they passed on memories not only through their experiences with you, but through your very DNA, your very blood. Well, guys, that's what I'm saying. Give it credit for. I think people are able to see the future. I think people are able to have intuition. I believe we can feel energy because we are energy. I believe there's more to life than we give credit for. Not everything is black and white. There's gray areas that we've yet to explore. You know, human psychology, physiology, everything, our capabilities, everything. Mm. My mother was a very spiritually devout person. When she left Yemen, she embraced Native American and occult stuff. And she was also a Christian, but she just wanted to know more. Just like me, she was very curious. And some people can see things that others can't see. And people like to label them schizophrenic, give them medications and stuff. But how, how are we not, you know, sure that they're actually seeing stuff that's real? I mean, there are very big cases of schizophrenia where clearly somebody has lost their fucking shit and their brain's broke. But not all. People so easily throw the label crazy out there because it demeans what they're saying, even though what they're saying could make total sense if looked at from the right perspective, you know. But I need to let y'all go. My phone is dying. It has been a pleasure talking to each and every one of you. I need to get some sleep and get ready for work tomorrow. It is truly a gift. But thank you guys so much. It has really been nice talking to you guys, and I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'm going to try to go live a little more often, okay? Can't wait to see you all again, and thank you guys for talking with me. It actually did bring up my mood a lot, and I appreciate each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. Y'all have a good night.